trending video we are going to talk about today. We're going to be very brief about it. We don't need to say too much. The first is you remembered the lady in UK that accused her husband or came to ask for public help, that the husband removed her from his COS. And we say we've not heard from this, the other side of the story, what actually happened from the end of the husband. Now, I want to give you a briefing from the video that is also trending online with respect to the husband's own side of the story, as the case might be. Let us quickly get on that very briefly, then we'll come back and also assess what the woman said further and put them side by side. Let's get that video.
From his COS in the UK here. So I heard her own part of the story and this part of the story yesterday. See, there'll always be problem between husband and wife, okay? There'll always be problem. But the thing is, if that problem cannot be resolved, then it will result in what is currently happening. So the guy has actually gone back to Nigeria. It is from Nigeria that he told his lawyer to write to the Home Office to remove his wife from his COS. So when the guy came to the UK here, so much job because the employer hours. So the guy was trying to do, work here and there just together. So his wife was able to get a job. So he said immediately his wife got a job, she started respecting him. Yeah, that she's respecting him. She wasn't greeting him. She started talking to him anyhow, simply because money. The guy said, why will she change all of a sudden? And the guy also said immediately she came into the UK here, that she's in the years, that nothing will make her stay here. So it was like, why would it mean that she has in Nigeria, now that she's in the UK, she's not going back to Nigeria? So here and there they've been having so much issues, but the guy felt he couldn't take it. So that's why he decided to go back to Nigeria. And from Nigeria, he has decided to remove his wife as his dependent. So the woman is still in the UK now, trying it. And they also have a baby. That's the funny thing. They have a child. That child will suffer now. I don't know how the woman is going to cope having a child in the UK here. How are you going to work? How are you going to take care of your child? Your husband is not here. So, see, if husband and wife don't put their head together, there will always be clashes and issues like this. So, I pray God will help many of our homes. It's unfortunate.
Transpired between I and my husband. What happened? Did I cheat? Started. We came into this country with a 3. He came as a skilled worker visa. I'm a dependent. Into the country. It was very difficult then, yeah, because it happened that this in doesn't have enough, so but he can do 20 hours. But I was the one that was like but then I was able to do a warehouse job because most of the other work I applied, they require I should be in the UK, have 6 months experience and all of that. So when I applied for a job, I said I was I went to submit all my documents. They asked, I submit all my documents. I came back home. I met him at home, and it was like, now that they have applied for the job, that they've gotten the warehouse work, that he needs to open a joint account that they'll be using to be paying the money. I said, oh, no problem. Since you have access to it and I have access to it, no worries, I accepted. So when they paid me the first time, don't say it's money. No, it was never money that bring this issue, because we back the Nigerian, it has been happening. He has been beating me. This man beat me when I was in Nigerian. Back then in Nigerian, I had a miscarriage. Back then in Nigerian. So don't say it's money that bring it between me and him. Never money. Because back in Nigerian, he do beat me, and then what his parents will say is that it is normal for a husband to beat his wife. Well, I wanted to leave them, but my mom was like, just give him time, so many things. And me, I was truly thinking he would change. That's why I stayed. So when the first time, before a woman has already called me, I asked him, where the money they pay me now? He said he's having financial difficulties. I said, okay. I did not say anything. The second time they paid me, the same thing happened. It was like the second time they paid me, before I wake up, he has already collected the money again. Only the money that this man gave me is transport from house to work. That's all. He don't give me any because that warehouse they pay us weekly, and I work there 4 or 5 times a week, depending on how I pick shifts. So when they pay me the second time, he collected the money again. I sit him down, I talked to him. I was like, he's the one that brought me to the UK. He has the money. He has the right to take the money because I never contributed any money to bring myself here. I called him. I talked to him. He was shouting. I talked to my mom. I talked to his mom. I also talked to the person that connected both of us. And there was like, maybe it's because of how UK is. It's finding it's very difficult for us for the first time. Why that's why maybe he's collecting the money that he will change. I did not say anything. The third one, this man collected the third one. My sister called me on a very good day that she was looking for money. That if I have money, that I should send for her. So I told her that okay, they will pay me on Friday, and I will send the money on Saturday.
This is my father's house. This is my father's house. My evil uncle. This is my evil uncle. Now I have my father. Now talk over my father. Come where I walk. Come where I walk. Oh, how would I plan? Look how would I hear my father? Leheba. Lebeya. Lebeya. Shibeya Bota. Ya no bank the shoes here kwa. Now para. Leya.
All right, welcome back again. We are still on social media booze. What is trending online today? Studio. That's the situation of things. Okay, let us react to the videos that we have today. With respect to that one, we say we have to revisit the woman that the husband removed from COS. You've seen the other side of the story. You are asking, you've not heard of the other side of the story. So how can you?
Okay, well, it's from the guy say he spoke with the person, but we need to hear from the horse's mouth.
Directly.
In as much as the guy is claiming that he spoke with the man, the truth is, at the end of the day, I see money lost because we all know how much is being spent how much is there to go to the United Kingdom, with the contract, given maybe the company sponsored or maybe the company did not sponsor, but however it is, they spend a lot of money someone's peace is out of whack, someone's money is out of whack. Spending such amount of money to bring somebody to the UK, and at the end of the day, the guy was the person that was bundled back to Nigeria. Just because of one thing or the other. And according to the woman, she said the guy from time to time laid hands on her. For somebody that is traveling to the UK, or somebody that have lived a very long time in Nigeria, to go to the UK, still laying your hands on somebody, it's very, the laws over there are very strict when it comes to
domestic violence.
and all that.
Anyway, my own thing on this, from the point of view from where I'm looking at the whole thing, I think I'm not mistaken. The man had come to Nigeria. In fact, he removed the COS when he was in Nigeria.
No,
When he had come back to Nigeria.
Yes, of course.
Now, what necessitated the man to have come to Nigeria before the woman?
Of course, given that the violence was the how do you say it?
Maybe the woman reported the man that
No,
he's
he
been.
said, if you listen very well to the video, the guy said the husband reported himself to the police.
Okay.
So for him being the person that reported, so the
I think the Ika with the young man.
No, the authorities decided that this guy is toxic for the woman. So
I have to move him.
And the child, so he has to go out of the house. So probably that's why he has to come back to Nigeria.
So he decided to come back to Nigeria, the guy, because of the situation. Now, when we look at what actually happened or transpired, the guy brought the woman from both of them came, and he is the main person. The woman is the dependent. Now, from the story, the guy didn't have enough hours in terms of the contract. You understand? And the woman got a better paying job.
We don't know how it's.
Now, when you look at the whole thing, side by side, the guy has demonstrated or has actually, from the whole story, that he's physically abusive. Okay? That's one issue. We keep this one side. Then, on the other side, we have a woman earning more than the man. Disrespect. Possible disrespect on one side. Now, which may trigger another round of physical abuse in the UK. You understand? Which will now ultimately result to constant threatening. I will remove you from my COS. I will remove you from my COS. Then you said it, and the man said from the video that the guy reported himself to the police. That means that's what I'm telling you now. That you don't joke. If it got to the point that the man is the one that was that means no joke will get to this point. And they have to, the consequence. When they ask you to leave, they ask you to leave the house. Okay? They didn't ask you to leave the country. Now the man see the frustration, all die and I die. So there's no point staying in this country humiliated by a woman you brought to UK and taken out of the house. What next? The man packed his bag and back to Nigeria. It's not easy. Those of us that have lived in you, I've had this kind of experience. Okay? With my neighbor in the UK. You understand? So I know how these things could be. So the woman is not entirely she contributed a lot.
Yeah, of course. That's where, you wanted to say that this, when you deal with manipulative people, they are very crafty. The guy is very wrong to even leave the UK for the lady. So long as the authorities did not tell you, leave the country, why are you leaving?
You may not understand the idea.
How frustrating it can be. I understand very much how frustrating, because when you deal with manipulative people, if you've dealt with people that are very manipulative with their character, you have body language, you will see how ending everything would be for you. But the thing is, for me, the guy shouldn't have left the UK, given the amount of money you spent. You are the person that gave this person the opportunity.
The man even have strong will to have packed his bag and come back to Nigeria.
Well, I at the end of the day, however,
So
situation is, you don't have to end it.
so the guy believe that sometimes it's on extremely difficult for people to get along, man, with that situation.
You know why? Do you know why the guy decided to leave? Probably he said, I'm going to start all over again. But however choking your situation is, see, you just like you said, all die and I die. I can't leave my hard-earned money for you just because you are forming. If you deal with manipulative people,
so who is the manipulator here?
See, the truth is,
Who is the manipulator here?
The girl triggered the guy to be like that. The girl is the trigger.
Who is the manipulator here?
Because from what
trigger. Who is the manipulator here?
Hold on. let me die before you bury me. This guy is an angered person because in Nigeria, the mother had a wee way the water. Way to the extreme. That's why this guy had to leave the country. First of all, he's very all the shameful. If I go to Nigeria, I name wedding loud. I name all this my wedding matter. It's all the shameful for somebody to swallow, to take in for the fact that somebody invests so much in. Is coming to, bring you down, like from top to bottom.
Anyway, my dear, on what I look at this thing to justify their problem. These are two married adults, and they know, just like you are narrating, they've known how far they've gone to come to that point, and now crashing everything. Two adults, they married, husband and wife, had gone to the home office to report themselves and got both of them repatriated back to Nigeria.
Can you imagine?
It is Nemel. So I don't blame the man because there is no need here but to go to Nigeria. You remove the person from your COS. So why is she coming out to cry? She should just pack her bag and come back to Nigeria.
She cannot fathom the fact that not a UK in 2023, not 2025.
Oh, not the UK in 2023 and one UK in 2023.
People.
It's like coming to Nigeria and get sentenced. Now she has to come back to square one.
Hold on.
You now face the public. You now face the people. You are trying to. In fact, I don't end this program because it's in the way. Then the one of the family, the last video that we played, the family problem. If not two ladies, we're fighting over or fighting for recovery of their father's property from their uncle. Basically, from the look of things, maybe the parents, the mother and the father have died. Maybe the women, some married, some in some cases not married. It's not clear in the video, but we are just generalizing the scenario that Odiya and Adebe that's Odigo prevailing, and it has to stop. That's just what we're saying. Girl child, we're right, Nabenia. No matter how we want to put it, even an Igbo recognize the tradition of keeping back one of the daughters to maintain the family line. And so I don't see the reason why an uncle should step in to collabi the brother's house or properties. Because nobody
I can't say that.
In situations like that is what will happen.
From the video, but the truth is, where do you want these people to go if you chase them out of their father's house?
Maybe if they have gone married and they are not wanting to, you can now come in.
Married, moved on. Empty.
You can now
say, okay. This is my.
You cannot take back.
On good terms. Or how can people be living in the house and you start telling them to go? Grown adult, come on now. This is 2025. Why not channel that energy in looking for something for yourself?
Well, I trend now on the social media. We don't want this program to get too long because of the loss I am with. Anambra State lost their former governor. Mama,
And
if you
the timing too.
and the timing, all to go too late, yeah.
It's
For
really
us,
sad. It's really sad, you know, because really Obiano already made a mark for himself by the Anambra State Airport. If not for anything, that's what we remember him from, you know. And the man actually, you know, living. It's really sad to hear of his loss.